So yeah, most of the NPCs dead. They're just gone. Um, all except for the guy we need. So clearly he's alive because we're doing our best to make sure he's safeguarded. And oddly enough, he's the one with the most battle prowess too. Like he's like one of the only NPCs that's really actually has a dedicated stat build that Duncan bothered to make up a whole fucking sheet for. So he's decent to have at your side, right? Old codger swordsman type, right? Kind of whoops a lot of ass. But needless to say, we're mostly just concerned about him, not the others, and they end up dying. The other two NPC miners that come with us, so they end up dying, and then everybody ends up just after that, everybody just ends up just kicking the shit out of these Draugr, right? Like, you know, David's over here channeling like lightning and fire and shit through his fucking sword, his character. Um, and his, I guess, NPC characters, the golems over there stomping on other Draugr and, doing its best to smash them and shit. And the halflings on top of the golem, chucking like fucking all kinds of potions and elixirs at these fucking things that are like exploding and shit. It's like alchemist fire basically. And and of course, Terry's got one hell of an advantage over fucking these like fucking zombie motherfuckers because he's a paladin of Moradin, so he's good. And so they kick the shit out of all of them, right? And they fell them once again. Uh, Only these are more like Evil Dead type zombies, and so what they don't realize, well, they quickly realize it. Uh, but what they don't realize is that they don't go down like you'd normally expect, right? Like you fight some undead and you turn some, or you light some on fire, or you crack their skulls and shit like that, or you take a mace to a skelly man, right? And you bash him up to the point where he can't move. There are certain things that you normally do, and with zombies you normally just you bash them over the head, or you turn undead, that sort of thing, right? These guys just got right back up. Uh, the party quickly learned that they're more along the lines of Evil Dead type zombies, where if they're not chopped into pieces, they're still going to keep coming, and their limbs might even still keep coming afterwards, right? They're the kind that you need to just chop up into pieces. And so they get back up, and that our halfling buddy who's hanging off the side of the golem is the first to die. Scourge zombie rises up, and this Scourge zombie Draugr takes his axe and fucking swings it and cuts the halfling in half. No joke. I know that sounded kind of like a pun, but that's what happened. He gets cut in half. And one of the other NPC characters, because the youngest dwarf, he died. He got ganged up by two Draugr like I did, and just picked apart. And the other NPC guy, if you really want to know, kind of rushed in there to help him and got an axe in his gut for his trouble. And then, it just kind of went south from there. Uh, so halfling buddy dies. Scourge zombies get back up, and with them, so do the NPC characters, along with my character, get back up as a zombie, and David's character basically cuts my character's head off within like an instant of me getting back up as a Scourge zombie. He's like, nope! And then they proceed to cut everybody who's a zombie into little pieces. They're hacking off their limbs, and then they're hacking those limbs into pieces so that even if they start moving around, it's like little, quivering like chunks, right? There's nothing for them to do, right? And so that pretty much ended that in gory fashion. Long story short, I transferred over to playing the NPC character because he had an actual sheet on him. And so now I'm playing as the old grizzled veteran miner who's kick-ass with a sword. He's your basic fighter character for the most part. And we head on down to where this device is. And so when we get there, of course, the Scourge is not stupid. We learn that it has kind of this hive mind thing going on. And we realize that the device is guarded by golems, right? Because it only makes sense that you would guard this thing that would deactivate half of your forces and your the most powerful force that you have currently, right? So of course you're going to guard it with the fucking golems. Because they're the most powerful thing you've got. So why wouldn't you? Right? So they're there, and we're like, oh fuck, how are we going to do this? God damn it. And so this is where David's character kind of starts to conflict with what the rest of the group wants or needs to kind of do, because we're all playing as dwarves, and that means we're all playing as stubborn, pig-headed individuals who are very highly opinionated. Yeah.